Namaste. My name is Jagdish and I'm a performance coach. When I say I'm a performance coach, I help organizations and people perform. What I do is I cause learning in organizations and people so that they can perform, really bring about a difference in what they really care for as efficiently as possible. As part of conversations toward performance, I'm actually going to talk about Bhagavad Gita. I have titled these conversations as Bhagavad Gita for the work table. Bhagavad Gita is very clear, but the work table is symbolic. It metaphorically represents everything that really matters to us in our life, where we intend to perform, where we intend to create breakthrough results for ourselves. These 20 conversations, each of them will focus on different aspects of Bhagavad Gita, will not be more than 5 minutes, but I can't help, it can't be less than 4 minutes as well. These 20 conversations will begin with the introduction, which is happening right now, and it will not extend beyond 5 minutes. Hopefully, I'll be able to meet up that challenge. And 18 chapters, each of that 18 chapter will be a separate episode, and the last one, which will be a concluding summary. These 20 conversations, episodes, are exclusive but also interrelated. So, based on your time availability, based on what really matters to you, you can directly go to one of the conversations, or if you really care, you could see all the conversations one after the other in a sequence. I don't recommend anything. Whatever suits you is good enough. But you should excuse me here. I certainly cannot go below 4 minutes in these conversations. As beautiful a text as Bhagavad Gita, one of the finest texts that humanity has ever produced, cannot be handled in less than 4 minutes each. If you look at the whole conversation, it doesn't go beyond 100 minutes, and certainly it cannot be less than 80 minutes, as I told you. And these conversations intend in helping you facilitate extraordinary performance in an area of life that really matters to you. So, Bhagavad Gita for the work table. Bhagavad Gita for the work table should help you. That's all I intend to cause for you. So let me begin with this introduction itself. What is human life about? Probably we can start looking at human life in different ways. One of the ways we can look at human life is constantly about solving problems. We constantly solve problems. In fact, the only thing that we keep on doing in our life is constantly solve problems. We solve one problem after the other, one problem after the other. It could be my child's education, it could be my health, it could be my finance, it could be handling my boss, it could be handling a project, it could be handling my business or a relationship. I keep on solving one problem after the other. That's all human life is about. But you can start looking at these problems in two ways, and the two approaches are, one is the classical, another is the commonsensical. Most of our problems can be solved by the commonsensical approach, be it my health, what kind of food I need to eat in order to take care of my health, how I am going to transact my money or my social relationships, how I am going to dress up in order to attend a ceremony, social ceremony. All these things are solved by a commonsensical approach. And certainly I don't intend to invest too much time in coming at a solution towards it. A structure that is commonsensical, which helps me arrive at a decision, is good enough. But the same is not true of more complex issues of my life. And major part of my mind is not occupied by these commonsensical problems, but really what matters to me. How am I going to expand my business? What should be the career that my child should get into? What should be the business? How should I expand my business? What is my life mission? These complex questions of life require a handling that is classical in nature. It's like the difference is almost akin to this. Probably you need only a commonsensical approach to understand how you are going to use monetary transactions of your personal money. But you require classical economics to understand the economy of a complex nation. From there, we are going to begin with that. So, the Dhyana Shloka of the Bhagavad Gita is itself an introductory shloka. It's the introduction itself. There are several lines that come, but given the time limit that I have, I'll just take one. Vyasena gratitam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam. All the terms here, Vyasena gratitam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam. All these expressions, phrases, are metaphoric in nature. Knowledge becomes important to us only when we recognize a crisis. In order to make this Bhagavad Gita relevant to you, I request you to recognize a crisis that you are handling right now. It need not be very gross crisis like unemployment or lack of business, etc. It could be anything, any crisis. A crisis could be as simple as a question of how am I going to talk to somebody? Look at that itself as a crisis and start looking at it as an important aspect of exploring this knowledge. Now, knowledge starts developing only when we recognize the crisis. If we are not intelligent in recognizing crisis, if we just look at the surface, the periphery of what looks like a problem to us, knowledge doesn't happen at all. So this Gita happens Madhye Mahabharatam, amidst the war, amidst Mahabharata itself. In the crisis of war is the knowledge that develops. And this knowledge is something that is written by Vyasa, Vyasena Gratitam. Vyasena Gratitam is also an indication of the fact that every problem will have to be solved by you. Vyasa, of course, is a rishi, but right now, Vyasa is metaphorically you. Right when you recognize the crisis that exists for yourself, Vyasa recognized that this knowledge is the essence for human crisis. The way humanity is looking at their problems, Mahabharata was a solution for him. And that's where this knowledge came to him. Now, to be sincere about my life, I will have to look at my life as relevant to me. And that's where all the knowledge I have becomes relevant to me here. And this Gita knowledge also will become relevant when you are able to recognize this crisis. But this is also Purana Munina. All this knowledge has always been there. It has been wisely expressed by all the ancient saints who always existed in our culture. Now, this is quite paradox. Knowledge has to be used in both ways, classically and transactionally. How we are going to use this knowledge classically and transactionally is what is the essence of life as we see from every crisis that we handle, every problem that we are trying to solve is the essence of conversations that I'm going to go with. I'm sorry, I'm very sure I've exceeded 5 minutes, but please forgive me. I'll certainly not go beyond 5 minutes. Hope these conversations help you. Thank you so much. Once again, Jagdish here. I'll keep meeting you for the next 20 conversations. Thank you so much.